What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about the biggest fears that I see about people changing brokerages. And this is something that comes across my desk pretty often as I talk to a lot of agents, and there's always some fears that are associated with changing brokerages. So I'm super excited to dive in to the biggest fears I see, and while most fears are actually just unrealized and not really reality. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in. Jeremy Kane with the Realtor Playbook here, helping agents win every single day at the game of real estate. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Please reach out and let's start a conversation. I love helping agents build their business the way they want to on their terms, build a real game plan for your business. If you're interested in partnering with me at the Wolfpack, with Mike Sherrard, Connor Steinbrook, Louis Galt, I'd be happy to sit down with you and talk. Here's the link to my Calendly. You can book a call. You can see all of the things that we're doing to change the game of real estate. So let's dive into this all-important subject. The first fear that I see in agents is that all of the promises will not be realized. And that's something that's very important to the founders of the Wolfpack is that we have all of this training. We have the top social media training in North America. We just are constantly building out systems. I currently am building out systems for 12-week production paths, basically. So if you want to do open houses, we're going to do open houses right. Checklist, KPIs, weekly tasks that you can do, and it's super organized via the Trello board that Louis Galt kind of created. And so that's something that we're building out for our organization. And actually, if you're interested, I'd be happy to give away my free open house 12-week accelerator, where you'll do 16 open houses in 12 weeks. And there's no way that you won't have at least conversations moving with future buyers by the end of that 12 weeks because of all of our follow-up. And we're actually gonna do them right. We're just not gonna do a little bit here and do a little bit there. So if you want that, please comment below and I will definitely get that free download to you. So as we're talking about these promises not being fulfilled, we're actually doing this in action. You can see the testimonials. We can walk through all of our systems and processes, from Mike's Social Agent Academy to the record-breaking Wolfpack Hub that's absolutely phenomenal, that agents spend a lot of time, top producing agents in our group put some videos together to help you build your business how you want to build it in all different ways. Business mindset, agent attraction, open houses, cold calling, door knocking, all of that stuff is there from the top producing agents that are actually crushing it. So that's the first part, is the promises will be fulfilled. EXP in general is truly an industry leader in training, with 60 hours of training a week just on the EXP level from icon agents from across the world, just giving their little tidbit on how they actually did it. And icon agents that are actively producing, not somebody who retired from the business and is just making money off of teaching old strategies and traditional strategies that aren't working. We actually have people teaching strategies that they're actually implementing right now, and so that's super awesome. And those promises are always fulfilled. And when you're thinking about changing brokerages, there's always a lot of stuff. And regardless of if I'm talking to somebody who's a newer agent, or they've maybe made a brokerage change in the past where they're like, yeah, they promised me all this training and all this stuff. When I got there, they threw a binder on the table and said, here you go. And that's not how I learn. And so that's the biggest thing, is make sure that whatever brokerage you choose, that those promises that are up front actually have them show you what it looks like in action, and show you what the resources actually are before you just buy in and make all the financial sacrifices to change your license and the time and all of that stuff. The next one is commission split. And this one's interesting for me because I think as real estate agents, there's all kinds of different options. 100% model, big splits. EXP is a split with a cap, which is nice because you kind of know where you're going to be. But the honest truth is, when you really break down the numbers of commission split with cap and the transaction brokerage model, which is just a flat fee for each transaction, the honest truth is the flat fee, for each transaction usually doesn't have a lot of systems, or they're not very good because they can't afford them. They can't afford to, partner with the CRMs and the websites and that kind of stuff. So then the agents that are going to produce and build their business have to go out and buy it. So you may not be paying that to your brokerage and splits, but you're out there, paying, for a website and paying for a CRM and paying for marketing and all of this, where sometimes a lot of that can be rolled in, or you can build it yourself through our systems at EXP. And, then it's the same. We're all going to pay for printing no matter where it's at. So that's something to really consider is it really that different when you're not paying as much per transaction, but then you're taking, a quarter of that money anyways and putting it towards marketing and all of that stuff in your business, which we still have to do that. But I'm talking about the baseline stuff, websites, CRMs, all of that stuff. And so at the end of the day, I think it's pretty similar. So that's something that a lot of people fear. But when you step back and think about it, like, oh, I have to take that money anyways and put it into something, I might as well go with, a bigger box brokerage that absolutely has all those systems and has the top CRM at KV Core at EXP we have. And that has our website, our CRM. We get so much out of that where, if you're going to buy that, it's $8,000 to $10,000 a year if you're going to buy it as an individual agent. So right there, that's a huge savings. And at the end of the day, it's going to cost money to do business. So that's my kind of 2 cents on commission split. And that's definitely a fear. But if you really break down the numbers, and if you want to break down the numbers, please book a call with me at reagentwolfpack.com. And you can dive in. We'll go into a series of, model explanations and then run your numbers for you. And that's where it really comes out. And we can factor all of those things in, health insurance, all of the stuff that we have to take out of our paychecks before we take it home to the bank. The next one is brand recognition. And as you guys know, and you've heard me say, the brokerage you work for, the brand doesn't really matter. You're just building the brand. And more you see agents start to build these personal brands, which is not in the business model of some of these bigger companies. It's what I love about EXP is we can have EXP, but everyone is encouraged to build their own brand. And partnering with Mike Sherrard, he's absolutely a branding expert. So that's something that we do all over. And we have so many cool brands within the Wolfpack. And so that's the biggest thing is, people either fear doing it or building a personal brand, or people fear like having to assign themselves with, a quote unquote big box brokerage. It depends on what state you are and that kind of stuff. You have to have EXP logos on advertisings, different sizes and all of that stuff based on your state. So we can't really dive into generalities there, but EXP does encourage you to build your own brand, around the EXP, logo. And that's pretty cool because having your own brand and building something, if for instance it's not working out and you want to change brokerages, you can just take that brand with you as long as it fits within the new company's guidelines. And EXP's very straightforward, minimum state requirements on marketing, but other than that, you can build your brand, you can take it and run. And we've had some absolutely insane brands built out in our group in the Wolfpack. The next fear I get is, my broker is like my dad or mom. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that my former broker was my dad. So I've been there. I understand that feeling. But the honest truth is, if they are like your mom or dad and you present this, possibility to them about you taking this opportunity to come to this life-changing brokerage, if they're like your mom or dad, they should support you, right? If it makes sense, if it's something new for you, there should be that support. And as I tell everybody, our group at the Wolfpack feels more like family than the brokerage I was at for 8 years with my dad as my managing broker. That's nothing against my dad, my former brokerage. It's just saying how close and how tight-knit we are at the Wolfpack. And you will have multiple layers of support from your sponsor to, people all the way up your upline. A lot of people talk about EXP and the 7 tiers below you. It's the 7 tiers above you that's really life-changing and have built that culture at the Wolfpack. So that's something that it's funny. I've had agents be like, oh, I'm so close to my broker. They're so great. But at the end of the day, the broker is absolutely tied to building the company's brand and wearing a ton of hats and doing all of that. It's not about building your brand and building your expertise in the industry. So that's one of the benefits, absolutely, of being a part of the Wolfpack, which has a pretty sweet brand itself. And so that kind of finishes us out as those biggest fears that come to play. And changing brokerages is a big deal. And if, you want to chat about it and you're thinking about it, or you see this opportunity, or maybe the opportunity hasn't been explained to you. I wake up every single day wondering why people aren't at EXP and aren't specifically in the Wolfpack, because all of the value and all of everything is everything I dreamed of, from being an agent to, collaborating with other agents, like-minded people who are absolutely crushing it. And so all those fears that I had 18 months ago before I came over to EXP are now actually positives, and I'm so excited to share those with each and every one of you. So as always, please reach out if you need anything. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.